Greetings to all the viewers. The session is going to cover with the heterocyclic compound called thiophene. Thiophene is the kind of five-membered heterocyclic compound you can observe. There are four carbon atoms and one sulfur resided in the five-member ring system, and the IUPAC nomenclature is provided. Thiol is the IUPAC nomenclature. Thio indicated for sulfur, and it is the part of five-membered ring system, so that ol is the suffix provided, right? The session what we are discussing is AI powered, artificial intelligence driven session is going to be conducted, and the session conducted by Dr. Kavita Kothireddy Kota. I'm an academician and researcher, and all the kind of series of sessions, whatever conducted as of now, everything are available on the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry, and its link is provided over here, right? Let me enter into the concept called thiophene. That thiophene is going to be discussed in detail about this, right? A brief intro regarding this thiophene is provided over here. If you observe, there is a numbering provided always. Numbering in the heterocyclic compounds will be proceeded starting with the heteroatom, right? And the latter we will go with the number 2, 3, 4, 5. Five atoms resided within the molecule, and the number indicated in this manner. Right, thiophene is an aromatic heterocyclic compound. It is the part of aromatic compound, and if any compound which is composed by other than carbons like sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, those are said to be heterocyclic compounds. Most of the pharmaceutical compounds are composed by such kind of heterocyclics only, and heterocyclic compounds are more potent in terms of biological activity and even in the societal benefit, right? So heterocyclic compound, thiophene is the part of heterocyclic compound, and five-member ring system, we already observed that one. There are four carbon atoms and one sulfur resided within the five-member ring system. Its a molecular formula is provided as C4H4S, right? All four carbon atoms are attached with four hydrogens, and there is a sulfur with a lone pair of electrons, just like oxygen atom, right? So, and it is structurally similar to the furan and pyrrole as well, right? The sulfur replacing oxygen and nitrogen within the ring all belongs to pyrrole, thiophene, and furan. All are the part of five-member ring systems only. All right, pyrrole, where you can observe nitrogen as a heteroatom. In case of furan, oxygen taken as a heteroatom. Thiophene is a composed by the sulfur heteroatom. That is the difference you can notice. And here is the three-dimensional representation. Two carbons are mentioned with the double bond linkage, and here again in either double bond linkage you can notice conjugation is observed over there, and there is a sulfur connected with the five-member ring system, and all the carbon atoms are attached with the hydrogen. This is the 3D representation provided. And here the numbering provided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, five-member cyclic system it will be. Or else the numbering is given in another possible way. There are alpha positions. Just beyond, just beside the sulfur, the positions are said to be alpha and alpha prime. And the next far carbon atoms from the sulfur are regarded as a beta position. Beta and beta prime are provided. There is a kind of numerical or else alpha beta representation is provided in order to better understand the position of the ring system, right? So some other compounds also related with the thiophene are provided here. If we are having only one double bond among the third and fourth carbon atoms, that is mentioned as 3-thiolene. One of the double bond is missing within, and this is not the part of aromatic ring system. And here, if this thiophene is taken as a substitution to thionenyl, because at the second position a side chain is noticed, so the 2-thionyl is the a pronunciation from this fragment, right? So if we are having CH2 over the second carbon atom, that is mentioned as 2-thionyl. 2-thionyl is the name for the compound. So if C double bond O is there, thionyl. So that is thionyl. Thionyl is nothing but CH2. That is a sorry, carbonyl, sorry, that is a hydrocarbon only. If we are having C double bond O carbonyl, that is called a thionyl. So this is the way different naming is provided for this thiophene derivatives. Let's see the importance of thiophene in the field of pharmacy, in the field of agriculture, in the field of material chemistry, right? So if we observe thiophene, the thiophene core, the thiophene skeleton is observed, or in all these compounds, whatever red color marking you observe, all are the part of this thiophene. The thiophene which is extended with other heterocyclics as well. If you see this molecule, this is the kind of some extent resembling with the penicillin, and it is the compound called the cefoxitin. It is the kind of antibiotic again, and antimicrobial properties provided for this compound. Cefoxitin is the name where thiophene nucleus is taken as the effective pharmacophore. Let me go with another medical component, that is the penthiopyrad. Penthiopyrad is the case where you can notice thiophene is the nucleus, any the amide linkage is there. This is the extended alkyl chain you can notice at the position number 2. And this amide further linked with this dinitrogen containing 5-membered ring, that is called what? That is called what? Pyrazole, right? So this is the way penthiopyrad is a kind of compound that works against the fungus, and fungicide agent it will be, right? Potent against destroying the fungal agent, fungal pathogens, so that it is the efficient fungicide. Let me go with another sulfur thiophene containing compound you can observe, where thiophene and benzene together binded by a ketonic linkage, and another edge you can notice the carboxylic acid. This is the way extended chain of the compound you can notice, which is called supraphane. Supraphane is the trade name of the compound, where thiophene nucleus is located over there. It is the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. Steroidal compounds are nothing but their polyannular system will be there, that cholesterol type of resembling skeleton existing within the molecule, and it is also having the same effective action like a steroids, but it is the non-steroidal compound and works again is the inflammation, so that we can say anti-inflammatory agent it will be, right? Let me go with another compound. It is very larger in nature, and this is the compound where thiophene is the skeleton you can notice, and so many carboxylic acid functionals and amide linkage you can observe, and the tertiary amine is the part of this, and here you can observe benzene which is in condension, which is in fusion with the another heterocyclic ring system, right? So this is called Raltitrex. The name of the compound, trade name or marketed name of the compound is Raltitrex. Raltitrex is working again as a tumor, so that anti-cancer agent it will be, right? So effective tumor, malignant tumor destroying agent, so that it is the anti-cancer, where the thiophene is the potential component located within this molecule. Let me go with another compound where thiophene is the part of this kind of chain, where saturated furan is located, and here is the amide linkage at the position number 4, and the saturated furan at the position number 2, and this furan is having polyhydroxyl at its vicinity, right? So thiophenfurin, the name of the compound, marketed name of the compound is thiophenfurin. It is also the kind of anti-tumor. It is also having nature to cure the cancer disease, so that it is the part of anti-tumor agent. Let me go with another thiophene auxiliary, where thiophene is in contact with imidazole, 1,3-dinitrogen 5-member ring system. It is the kind of imidazole moiety. And there is a linkage with the nitrogen. This is a secondary nitrogen, secondary amine you can notice, and chloro at the position number 2. Chloro will impart the higher potency towards the pharmacology. And here is the methyl at the position number 4. This is the way the compound is provided. Thiophene is the main skeleton you can clearly observe, and it is called a thiaminidine. Thiaminidine is an anti-hypertensive agent. It used to reduce the blood pressure. It used to regulate the blood pressure, so that high BP conditions can be curated effectively with this thiaminidine. So this is the drug effective against controlling the blood pressure. Anti-hypertensive agent. High BP can be controlled or regulated. Let me go with another pharmaceutical compound, where the thiophene is the core moiety over there. And here is the amide linkage. Here is the secondary amine. Here is the alkyl chain, and another ester linkage at the position number 2. So thiophene is the main skeleton you can observe, and it is called articoin. Artecoin is the local anesthetic agent. Local anesthesia is required whenever the people are supposed to be subjected for major surgeries at that condition in order to pass the activity of the entire nervous system for some time in order to carry out the major surgeries. So this local anesthesia is required. This kind of artecoin is working on the central nervous system, used to calm down the entire activity of the nervous system, so that sometime without affecting without showing any pain or any kind of conditions, it used to induce unconsciousness to the person by passing the nervous system action, right? So that is the local anesthetic agent. Let me go with another last one. Dimethenamide was taken. So dimethenamide is nothing but, here you can notice one of the methyl at the position 2 and one of the methyl at the position 4, and here you can locate the amide linkage at the position number 3, so that we can say dimethylamide. Dimethenamide is the compound. Again, the core nucleus will be the thiophene only, and here is the chloro, here is the ether, here is the long chain with the branched one. So this is the one effective against herbs. Herbs are nothing but, whenever you are observing the agricultural croplands, there are the certain kind of weeds are growing in addition to the crops what we are growing intentionally, right? So that kind of herbs, whichever not required, can be destroyed by means of such kind of such kind of chemical component called dimethenamide. So it used to reduce the herbs which are not required in the cropland, and so that the growth of that plant, whatever we are sowing, that will be enhanced, and eventually crop yield will be increased. This is the way a glance regarding the thiophene and its a most important application in the field of pharmacy, in the field of agriculture, are comprehended over here. Let me go with its occurrence, where you can locate this thiophene, where you can find this thiophene naturally, right? Thiophene is often found as an impurity in a benzene derivatives from the coal tar. Coal tar is the material required to construct the roads. Tar roads, everybody aware about that one, which is the blend of hydrocarbon. It is the heavy hydrocarbon derivative which is extracted from the crude oil. It is one of the fraction extracted. That coal tar is essential for the construction of tar roads, right? So in the tar extraction, one of the product will be the thiophene. From that, naturally you can go with the extraction of thiophene. It's also present in some natural products and biologically active components. Natural products also composed by means of this thiophene. Whatever blue color indication you observe, all those are the potent thiophene nucleus only, right? Here, clopidogrel. Clopidogrel is the kind of medication you can observe. It is the anticoagulant. Anticoagulant is nothing but, so whenever you're administrating this drug, which used to avoid the blood clots, coagulation will be prevented. So that blood clots will be avoided by means of anticoagulant drugs, right? Let me go with another compound. Where is the thiophene? You can observe that is in linkage with the longer chain of hydrocarbon, where nitrogen is in the form of salt, amine hydrochloride you can observe, and there is a ether linkage with the naphthalene. Naphthalene is connected with this thiophene nucleus by ether linkage. This is called duloxetine. Duloxetine is most potent against the depression conditions, where brain related anxiety, depression will be vanished by means of this drug. That is an antidepressant agent. Let me go with benzofused thiophene. You can clearly observe it is extended with the substitution over the second carbon atom, where the urea kind of linkage you can observe at this position number 2, which is Xylitol. Xylitol is the name of the compound. It is effective anti-inflammatory drug, right? Inflammations can be effectively curated by means of the xylitol, right? Let me extend the applicability of thiophene in pharmacology, where thiophene is condensed. Thiophene is substituted by longer chains of hydrocarbons at the position 2 and 5 over there. Position 2 is located with the amide linkage, and that nitrogen is connected with any other dicarboxylic acid. This is a glutamic acid derivative which is present upon this nitrogen, and another edge of this fifth position is accompanied by this nitrogen where tertiary amine is located. And here is the another fused ring system you can clearly observe. This is a bicyclic six-member ring system is present over there. At its core, you can locate thiophene nucleus. This is a raltetrexid. Raltetrexid is the trade name for the compound. It is anti-metabolite drug. So metabolism conditions will be destroyed in the pathogen so that the growth of that pathogen may not be possible. Eventually, we can regulate that kind of disease. It is the anti-metabolite which is effective against the pathogenic organisms. Let me go with another drug where benzofused thiophene is located, and here is the anisole linkage at the position 2. Another anisole kind of linkage is observed at the position 3, and again another ether linkage with this piperidine at the terminal carbon atom, and here is the hydroxyl at a benzene ring. This is the kind of huge molecule where benzenoid nucleus and also thiophene nucleus together and piperidine are existing within the molecule. Orzoxyphene is the chemical name or trade name of the compound orzoxyphene. Orzoxyphene is estrogen antagonist. Agonist stands for which enhance the activity. Antagonist which suppress the activity of that one. So that kind of activity, so suppressing activity is mentioned by means of the drug where you can observe orzoxyphene. This is the way the importance, the existence, the occurrence of the thiophene and their biologically active compounds you can clearly observe in this slide. Let me go with the strategy for the synthesis of this thiophene. In what way you can synthesize thiophene in the laboratory scale and the industrial scale as well. Palnor synthesis is applied in order to synthesize the thiophene. Palnor synthesis, it is the one of the most common method for synthesizing thiophene. It involves 1,4-dicarbonyl compound. Here is the 1,4-dicarbonyl compound was taken and blended with the sulfur. It is added with the sulfur. So sulfur related compounds will be added. Sulfur itself will not be added directly. Rather, we can mix up with the sulfur source will be dihydrogen sulfide, hydrochloric acid, H2O. Instead of H2S, you may add P4S10 as well, all together noticed as a Lawson's reagent. Lawson's reagent is the efficient source for this sulfur so that the molecule diketone will be converted into thiophene derivative 5-member ring system, right? This is the Palnar thiophene synthesis where 1,4-diketone can be mixed with the hydrochloric acid, dihydrogen sulfide and water. Eventually, thiophene derivative will be generated. This is called Palnar synthesis, right? Instead of this H2S, you may insert this P2O5 phosphorus pentasulfide as well. It is also the efficient sulfonating agent so that sulfur will be introduced into the molecule and thiophene will be generated. In order to sulfonate this diketone, 250 degrees centigrade to be applied and water will be removed from the molecule, giving rise to 2,5-dimethyl thiophene as the final product. This is the example comes under Palnar synthesis only. Let me show the step-by-step mechanism pertaining to Palnar synthesis. 1,4-dicarbonyl compound was taken and that to be added with the reagent called dihydrogen sulfide. Dihydrogen sulfide is mixed over. Whenever dihydrogen sulfide is added, it is a sulfonating agent. Sulfur will be released and replacing oxygen, giving rise to thiketone. The thiketone, instead of dihydrogen sulfide, we may alternatively use phosphorus pentasulfide, P4S10 as well, under acidified conditions. Initially, thioketone will be generated. The thioketone under acidified condition H plus to operated upon this ketonic functional group. A protonation of this carbonyl oxygen is possible, giving rise to oxonium. That oxonium having tendency to bind, delocate the pi electrons towards the oxygen, so that bonded electrons are moving towards the oxygen. Carbon is positive now. The positive carbon able to bind up with the pi electrons of sulfur, giving rise to a five-member ring system. And the adjacent carbon atom is hydroxyl now. Whenever this pi bond is moving over there, the carbon will reach out this positive charge. In order to satisfy the positive charge, this adjacent carbon atom will lose the H positive and generating a new pi bond between these two second and third carbon atoms. Deprotonation you can observe. So, being acidified conditions working like a catalyst, a proton will be added first. In the step number three, proton will be removed, so that acid conditions will be put in. And later we have to go for water dehydration process. Any dehydrating agent to be blended, so that here bonded electrons are able to generate a pi bond in between the carbons, and H positive is removed from this position number 4, and subsequent hydroxyl will be eliminated in addition to the bonded electrons as a OH minus. OH minus H positive liberating the water and giving rise to 2,5 dialkyl thiophenene as the final product. This is called a Palnor synthesis. Let me go with another synthetic route, which is called the Faiselman synthesis. This is called Faiselman synthesis. Faiselman synthesis is applied upon the molecule where you can notice alkyne. This is called alkyne. At two terminals, there are ester linkages are present, right? And another compound where you can observe is this is a thiol. Thiol is having ester linkage within the molecule. These two are together mixing in the presence of basic condition that able to generate a substituted thiophenene as the final product. In order to get this one, the starting material we are taking is called alpha beta acetylenic ester. Alpha position and beta position are given with this ester linkages only. Alpha beta acetylenic ester is the starting material over there, and that can be treated with a thioglycolic acid. This is called thioglycolic acid. Thioglycolic acid will be treated with this acetylenic compound in the presence of alkaline condition. Base used to facilitate the reaction and giving rise to substituted thiophenene as the final product. The reaction initially invented in the year 1950s by the scientist called Han Faiselman. So that the name is dedicated to the scientist Faiselman synthesis, right? He only invented the new route for the synthesis. So honoring his efforts for the synthesis of the compound, the name is indicated Faiselman synthesis. Let me show the mechanism. It looks to be very large and a very detailed mechanism is provided. Let me show in a simplified manner. Initially, I am taking thioglycolic acid to be treated with a very strong base, sodium methoxide. Sodium methoxide immediately taking up the H positive and generating S minus sulfide will be originated. S minus is stronger nucleophile, so not stronger. S minus is sufficiently nucleophilic in nature. That's the reason why this able to bind up with the carbon in order to form a new carbon sulfur bonding, and subsequently this estellenic triple bond, one of the pi bond will be delocalized towards either edge, because whenever new bond is forming, bonded electrons to be migrated in the opposite direction. The pi bond is moving over there. Whenever pi bond is moving, the carbonylic linkage pi bond will be shifting towards oxygen. This is the way ketene will be generated. Ketene stands for what? Any carbon having double bonds, so cumulatively. Conjugated double bond means alternative. Cumulative means if side by side double bonds if present, that is called a cumulative double bond. That cumulative double bond is generated in the vicinity of the carbon atom, that further treated with the molecule, another molecule of glycolic acid. Whenever this glycolic acid is treated with this kind of cumulated double bonded compound, this pi bond is a strong tendency to react with some other species, because two double bonds in the adjacent position not favorable. There is no possibility for the resonance. There is no possibility for the delocalization. That's the reason why pi electrons immediately taking up this H positive. So whenever H positive was taken by the molecule, there is a kind of linkage over there. You can clearly observe. Now here ROC double bond is there. ROC double bond is there. This carbon is protonated. You can clearly observe carbon is protonated. Later, whatever species we had, this C double bond OR, C double bond OR will be retained. So whenever protonation is carried, back polarization of this oxide into a pi bond formation, giving rise to a ester linkage again. So, and whatever side chain we are having, this ester will not be disturbed. Let me go with another mole of this a glycolic acid, the negatively charged sulfur. So this negatively charged sulfur is operated so many times. Again, it used to be treated upon this molecule, being S minus is a nucleophilic in nature and used to release the electrons to form the sulfur carbon bonding. Sigma bond formation is observed and the pi bond is moving towards another edge and again delocalization towards the oxygen. Pi electrons are delocalized towards the oxygen that able to generate a kind of extended chain you can clearly observe. After getting this one, again let me treat with another mole of glycolic acid. So many molecules are operated, so many molecules are treated over there. Another molecule of this glycolic acid is used to be working upon this. So whenever this glycolic acid is working upon that, what it will do, so that used to protonate. The purpose of this one will be, so one condition, directly the entire molecule is going to be attached. So here alternatively there are two functions it is going with. The S minus is added in one step, and say another step, it used to release the H positive and H positive. That means it is working like a acid. It is working like a nucleophile in the step number one. It is working like a acid in the step number two. Again, it is working like a nucleophile in the step number three and acid in the step number four. This is the way proton release and attachment to the carbon both are possible simultaneously. Step by step that will be repeated. So whenever this entire glycolic acid is added, what it will do, it will be protonate. So how the protonation is possible? These pi electrons are moving back and this pi bond is shifting back, so that here again one more proton will be added. You can notice here is the CH2, right? So here is the CH2, again ester will be retained. So this is the way this thioglycolic acid is working upon giving proton, working like a acid, right? Later, let me treat with a very strong base sodium methoxide. Whenever sodium methoxide is added, it used to pull up this H positive. H positive when taken by this molecule, methoxide will take up this H positive and liberating methanol as a byproduct. Whenever methanol is liberating, here is the carbene formation. That carbene is moving back in between these two carbon atoms, and the pi electron delocalization towards the oxygen you can observe. Later I'm getting enolate. The molecule is enolated. The enolate will participate in the cyclization reaction now, because now it is suitable for the ring cyclization. Whenever it is cyclized, what happens? Olefinic carbon atom is participating in the bond formation with the carbonyl, because this olefinic carbon is nucleophilic in nature. Carbonylic carbon is electrophilic in nature, so that there is a carbon-carbon bond formation you can observe. When this carbon is binding with the another carbon, here O minus and OR will be there upon this. And here is the saturated sulfur as a part of this five-member ring system you can observe. Whenever back polarization of oxide electrons are possible, simultaneous alkoxide will be subsided. Whenever alkoxide is subsided, there is a ketonic linkage you can clearly notice. Again, let me treat with one more molecule of sodium methoxide, strong base. Again, departing this H positive is possible. Whenever H positive is removed, there is a origination of carbene. Carbene intermediate will be originated. Carbene able to generate a pi bond among the carbon and carbon atom. Whenever pi bond is located between the two carbons of second and third, the entire larger ester containing alkyl group will be departed immediately, because bulkier will be easily departed, right? So that let me remove this part and giving rise to a double bond in between second and third carbon. Certain extent we got it. The molecule will be in line with the thiophene. formation. Later, ketone obviously go for what? Enol formation by the tautomerism. Ketoenol tautomerism you can observe. So that enol formation is nothing but entire thiophene nucleus with aromaticity. This is the way the mechanism for Fezzelman synthesis is possible. In order to achieve this, the two starting material we have to combine are: one is acetylenic ester, another is thioglycolic acid. Both are together mixing under basic conditions, giving rise to a thiophene nucleus with the substitutions over second, fifth, and third carbon atoms. So this is the very lengthy mechanism, but it is proceeded with the thioglycolic acid in the step-by-step manner, and a strong base is required for the completion of the reaction. Let me go with another possible named reaction for the synthesis of this thiophene is a Hinsberg synthesis. Hinsberg synthesis is operated by treating 2 moles of acetylene with the sulfur. Right, so sulfur powder will be added directly to the 2 moles of acetylene or else alkylated acetylene molecule, and the reaction is feasible at elevated temperature. 400 degrees centigrade is the optimal temperature to operate, and this will participate in the ring cyclization in such a manner. Lone pair of electrons and the sulfur will participate in the bonding with the carbon, and the pi bond is immediately delocalized in order to form the carbon-carbon sigma bond formation. And this pi bond is moving in between the carbon and sulfur, so that 5-membered ring system will be originated. This is the way thiophene formation is possible by Hinsberg synthesis. Thiophene blended with the powder of sulfur at 400 degrees centigrade. Another possibility, thiophene not only direct reaction with the sulfur but also with the dihydrogen sulfide. It is also the sulfonating agent, right? Dihydrogen sulfide is also the sulfonating agent, so that it will be added whenever the cyclization is carried over there. The required reagent is alumina, Al2O3 to be added, so that hydrogen is released as a byproduct in addition to the thiophene. It exactly resembling with this Hinsberg reaction only, but excessively we are having H2S rather than direct sulfur. H2S is able to remove the 2 hydrogens and giving rise to hydrogen as a byproduct. Let me go with another dicarboxylic acid derivative called succinic acid derivative. Succinic acid, whenever treated with excessive sodium hydroxide, there is a formation of sodium salt of succinate. Sodium succinate salt will be originated. Sodium succinate will be treated with sulfonating agent called phosphorus pentasulfide. P2S5 is called what? Phosphorus pentasulfide. Phosphorus pentasulfide is rich in the sulfur and release the sulfur over there, and that able to generate the sulfur linkage in between, a 5-membered ring will be originated. After getting the 5-membered ring, let me go with the tautomerism. Ketoenol tautomerism is possible, and there is origination of hydroxyl at the position 2 and position 5. Later, let me treat with the dehydrating agent, so that water will be removed, giving rise to thiophene as the final nucleus. This is the way succinate is also providing this thiophene as the expected product. Let me show the another named reaction called Gewalt reaction. Gewalt reaction stands for this ketone to be treated with nitrile compound in the presence of sulfur powder. So sulfur powder is taken as a sulfonating agent. So here the compound whatever taken here is called alpha cyanoester. This is called alpha cyanoester, where nitrile and ester together existing in the molecule, and this is called water ketone, and this is the one sulfur powder is mixed up. So base is used to facilitate the reaction. Immediately there is a cyclization among all these molecules, so that here is the thiophene nucleus is originated. Let me show the mechanism pertaining to this Gewalt reaction. The ketone whatever chosen can be treated with this alpha cyanoester. Alpha cyanoester is having active methylene group among ester and nitrile. So these two hydrogens are more acidic in nature and immediately released under basic conditions. You may treat any of the base. The base chosen over here is a marpheline. Marpheline taken as a base, so that H positive will be removed, and there is origination of carbene. Whatever carbon generated here, that carbon able to bind this carbonylic carbon, and subsequently water will be removed in between. So this oxygen and these two hydrogens will be removed under Marflin basic conditions. Water is eliminated as a byproduct, and there is the origination of carbon-carbon olefinic double bond. You can combine the two carbon atoms by this double bond formation. And here is the nitrile, and here is the ester, and here is the two hydrogens you can observe. After getting this one, this is called water. Alpha, beta, and saturated ester will be generated. That will be treated with the sulfur powder. Molecular sulfur is AC8 in nature. Generally, naturally occurring sulfur is AC8 molecularity, right? So sulfur is in the crown form and it is existing in AC8 form, right? So AC8 to be treated with this molecule, what it will do? That able to bind up with the sulfur and giving rise to this nitrile is converted into amine at the position 2, and sulfur is able to link the two carbon atoms in such a manner, five-membered ring system will be originated. And the second position we have amine, third position we have ester, and remaining two positions got occupied by the two alkyl linkages. This is the way Giwald reaction is also the main source for the synthesis of thiophene. Giwald reaction meant for the thiophene synthesis only, where the molecular sulfur can be treated with ketone and ester containing nitrile together. Under basic condition, there is a formation of thiophene derivative as the final product. Our detailed mechanism for this Giwald reaction provided again. This is the brief pathway in order to synthesize this one. To explain the mechanism in detail, there is a ketone, one of the compound taken for the Giwald reaction. Let me take alpha cyanoester. Alpha cyanoester is the another substituent which is taken for the reaction, and base is required to facilitate the reaction. So under basic conditions, this carbonylic carbon and this active carbon will condense together. Condensation stands for removal of any smaller species and giving rise to new bonding between them. This carbonylic carbon and this active methylene carbon will be condensed by releasing water, and there is a olefinic double bond. After getting the olefinic double bond, it will be treated with AC8. AC8 is the sulfur powder. Again, base is required to facilitate the reaction. That sulfur will be binding at this carbon. So this carbon will be binded with the sulfur. So remaining whenever one sulfur is binding here, remaining AC7 sulfurs will left as a side chain. Later, let me remove this AC7, and the bonding between these two sulfur atoms will migrate towards the sulfur and carbon, and whatever we are having nitrile triple bond, that will be delocalized towards the nitrogen, that able to generate dihydrothiophene ring. Within the structure, we are having one of the pi bond, and at the second position imine linkage is noticed. Let me relocate. The molecule is not supposed to be a kind of thiophene. Aromaticity is also missing within the molecule, so that it is mentioned in the square bracket. It is the transition compound. Let me relocate the molecule and shuffle all the functional groups in order to make a stable compound. Hydrogen to be removed, and the bonded electrons are making a pi bond in between the fourth and fifth carbons, and whatever pi bond already existing is moving towards the second and third, and whatever imine linkage is there, pi bond is shifting towards the nitrogen. This nitrogen is absorbing the H positive from the position 5 and giving rise to NH2. So that aromatic compound will be originated. So this is the most stable compound at the position 2 amine, at the position 3 ester, at the position 4 and 5 alkyl. So this is the way Giwald reaction is detailed explanation is provided. Let me go with another reactivity. So here sulfur source taken as the S2Cl2, disulfur dichloride it will be. The name is pronounced as a disulfur dichloride. It is the rich compound of the sulfur, will be treated with acetylene. Again, the cyclization is proceeded, but sulfur source is different. The reaction again carried at the temperature of 400 degrees centigrade, giving rise to thiophene as the final product. Let me go with another reactive pathways for the thiophene synthesis. This is a laboratory scale synthesis. It seems in butane is a starting material, can be blended with the sulfur powder. At 65 degrees centigrade, this sulfur will be attached to two carbon atoms, and dehydrogenation is also carried, giving rise to thiophene. Whatever hydrogens removed can be blended with sulfur, giving rise to dihydrogen sulfide as a byproduct, right? This is a direct reaction, we can say thiophene direct synthesis, where butane can be treated with powdered sulfur. At 65 degrees, it is the normal temperature only, and a thiophene formation in addition to the dihydrogen sulfide H2S. Let me take another pathway, furoic acid. Furoic acid is the furon derivative, is having carboxylic acid at the position number 2. Can be treated with barium sulfide. Whenever barium sulfide is added to the furon derivative, immediately what it will do? Oxygen will be replaced with the sulfur, and the carbon dioxide will be taken up by the barium, so that barium carbonate will be possible. So both the reactions are possible within the same step. What both the reactions? Replacement of oxygen with the sulfur giving rise to thiophene, and removal of the carbon dioxide, decarboxylation by means of barium, giving rise to barium carbonate as a byproduct. Decarboxylation and the substitution of oxygen with sulfur both are possible within the single step, giving rise to unsubstituted thiophene starting from furoic acid. Let me show the industrial scale synthesis of thiophene. How can we synthesize the thiophene in the bulk scale, bulk quantity? Uh, some gallons or liters, some larger quantity of this thiophene can be manufactured in the industry. In the bulk scale point of view, let me treat 1,3 butadiene with sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is treated with this 1,3 butadiene, and elevated temperature is required. 600 degrees centigrade is the required temperature over there, that able to generate a 5-member ring system with the sulfur heteroatom called thiophene. In addition, another byproduct will be the sulfuric acid. This is the way industrial setting thiophene synthesized by reacting butane with the sulfur dioxide. Dehydrogenating catalyst is required at a higher temperature. Let me add the higher temperature over there, so that elevated temperature giving rise to thiophene as the final product. So this is the industrial scale synthesis we noticed. By this synthesis, various synthetic routes for the synthesis of thiophene got discussed in a detailed manner. Let me explain about physical properties. The physical properties are nothing but any compound. By seeing, if we observe the properties in general without chemical reactions, those are said to be physical properties, right? So if you observe that one, it is aromatic in nature. The aromaticity is the characteristic property of pyrrole, furon, thiophene all together are aromatic in nature. Why this thiophene is aromatic? The question arised. In order to answer this one, let me look it into the chemical structure very carefully. There are two double bonds existing among the carbon atoms, and sulfur also contributing one of the lone pair within the ring system. Here, you can clearly observe sulfur is accompanied by two lone pair, being it is a part of oxygen family. So the two lone pair are by default existing on the sulfur. One of the lone pair taking the share, taking the part of this ring system, another pi electron, another lone pair of electrons in the sulfur are free for its sulfur only, free for the utilization of sulfur only. So that if you count a number of pi electrons, 2 plus 2 plus 2 electrons and the sulfur all together contributing 6 pi electron system. This is the way 2 electrons are the part of pi ring system, and 2 electrons existing as a non-bonding on the sulfur only. This is the way the existing thiophene molecule is the part of aromatic ring system. Thiophene exhibits aromaticity due to the delocalization of electrons. Pi electrons are not static. Always they are having natural tendency to mobilize. Always they are moving by means of resonance. Pi electrons are loosely bounded. They are delocalizing. They are migrating from from here to there, so that there are more number of canonical or resonance structures will be arised, all together mentioned in the square bracket. Sometime the electrons are existing among second and third. Another time the movement of electrons are taking and first and second position pi bond you can observe. In another case, third and fourth carbon, there is existence of pi bond. This is the way various possibilities are noticed. That is because of what pi electrons are delocalizing. They are not staying in the particular region. They are not fixed to their particular position. Rather, always they are migrating. Because of this migration, what happens? Electrons are revolving within the five-member ring system indicated with the circle. The circle denotes what? Always electrons having tendency to rotate. So that is the resonance hybrid. Electrons are not static, rather they are mobilizing and given with the ring system. This is the way pi system of the aromatic, any aromatic compound included with thiophene or delocalization of electrons, you can notice that impart the significant stability to the molecule. Aromaticity, the important characteristic will be conjugated double bond system in the cyclic ring, and moreover, they should participate in the delocalization, right? So that is satisfied by the thiophene. In addition, thiophene is obeying Huckel rule. 4n plus 2 pi electron system is the part of this one. And the 6 pi electrons are located, if you count 2 plus 2 plus 2, so that 6 pi electrons are the part of this thiophene. And the planarity. Planarity mean for if you are taking the molecule that is very flat and all the atoms are touching the floor, and that is very flat molecule called planarity. The planarity is attained by the any molecule whenever all the atoms are the part of sp2 hybridization. Then only planarity will be attained, right? And the molecule is participating in sp2 hybridization, so that planarity will be attained by this molecule. And moreover, it is the five-member cyclic system. Cyclic characteristic is also obeyed for aromaticity. And you can observe all the pi bonds are alternatively arranged. That is said to be what? Conjugated system. If pi bonds are just side by side, called cumulated. Far away, non-isolated, non-conjugated. And if we are having one sigma bond, one pi bond, one sigma bond, this is the way that is called conjugation. Conjugation, cyclic, planarity, 6 pi electrons, Huckel rule, obeying, and delocalization, all are important characteristics in order to satisfy aromaticity. All are the part of this thiophene, and moreover, it is accompanied by the resonance energy of 122 kilojoules per mole. Sufficient resonance energy is also provided. So conveniently, we can designate thiophene is the aromatic compound. Orbital overlapping in the thiophene molecule is provided. All five carbons are mentioned at the all four carbons are mentioned at the corners, and there is a sulfur is also having this kind of p orbital, which is unhybridized. Sigma bonds are originated because of that axial overlapping of orbitals, and hybridized orbitals are taking the part of sigma bond formation. Unhybridized orbitals, whichever located on the carbons, each carbon also accompanied by the unhybridized p orbital with one of the odd electron. All they are participating in the lateral overlapping. That lateral overlapping giving rise to p orbital, lateral overlapping giving rise to what? Giving rise to pi bond formation. These pi electrons are located above the plane and below of the plane of this five-member ring system. In addition, sulfur is also occupied with the two lone pair of electrons in the hybridized orbital. sp2 hybridized orbital is there. That sp2 hybridized orbital is also occupied by the lone pair, which is non-bonding. These two electrons are the part of bonding. These two electrons are not taking the part of bonding, so that these are called non-bonding electrons. This is the way orbital overlapping in thiophene is manifested. Let me show. Physical property like physical state, the appearance of thiophene is extremely transparent, and it is a colorless liquid compound and having benzene-like odor. Benzene is having aroma. Aromatic compounds are having characteristic aroma odor, and thiophene is also having that kind of aroma, just like benzene, right? And it boils at the temperature of 84 degrees centigrade sufficiently. It is non-volatile at the room temperature. It will be preserved for longer time because boiling point will be somewhat longer. 84 degrees centigrade so that you can easily preserve the thiophene in the laboratory. Let me show the chemical behavior, reactivity towards the electrophilic reagent. Everybody aware pyrrole is hyperreactive, later furan will be there, and the next reactivity order thiophene will come, and least reactivity will be benzene. Two characteristic reasons are explained in order to give this reactivity order. Lower reactivity for the benzene will be higher stability. That higher stability is because of high resonance energy. 36 kilocalories resonance energy is given for benzene, so they're extremely stable, least reactive towards electrophilic reagent. Later on, thiophene is also having that extent, not exactly like benzene, but this is also having larger extent of resonance energy, and moreover, the sulfur, whichever taken the part of this five-membered ring system, is contributing 3p orbital for the pi bond formation. So 3p orbitals are not easily giving their electrons much effectively. So that 6 pi electron system is not much satisfying aromaticity in comparison to the pyrrole and furan. Sorry, they are not contributing electrons for this electron system. So pi richness is somewhat less, so that reactivity is somewhat less. Two reasons we explained. One is higher resonance energy. Second is insufficient or poor reactivity of the 3p orbital contribution in the pi electron donation, right? And next is about furan. Furan is reactive because of lower resonance energy, and second is more electronegative oxygen taken part of this one. And pyrrole is more reactive because of lower resonance energy, and lone pair of electrons taken the part of this aromatic ring system, and because of lower resonance energy, it is more reactive in nature. This is the way we can arrange all these heterocyclic compounds in comparison to the benzene in the order where thiophene is least reactive among all three five-member ring systems. Let me jump into chemical reactivity segment, right? So thiophene is supposed to go for chemical reactions. In specific, electrophilic substitutions are characteristic reactions of any aromatic compound. That's the reason why sulfur also taking the part of electrophilic substitution. If any electrophile is supposed to be added on the thiophene moiety, either position number 2 or position number 3 are susceptible for the substitution. There are two possibilities. But in order to understand which is the major product, which is more feasible kind of substitution, let me go with the substitution. Electrophile may attached to the position 2 giving rise to 3 canonical or resonance structures. Whenever third position substituted with the electrophile giving only 2 resonating structures. More the resonance obviously, more the stability, and this C2 is a more favorable kind of substitution rather than C3 substitution. That's the reason why second electrophilic substitution of thiophene at the second position is more favorable, giving the major product at the second substituted product. Now let me go with the individual electrophilic substitution reactions. Let me perform the nitration upon this thiophene moiety. In order to operate this nitration process, let me treat the reagent, that is nitric acid. It is the mineral acid. Nitric acid is the source of nitronium cation, that is the electrophile what actually required for the substitution. And in order to release this nitronium ion, another reagent is added called acetic anhydride. Nitric acid and acetic anhydride together able to generate that nitroacetate. That nitroacetate will be the kind of nitronium ion source. That nitronium ion is the electrophile, specifically go to the position 2 giving rise to 2-nitrothiophene as the product. In addition, 2 moles of acetic acid is generated as a byproduct. Let me perform the sulfonation reaction. Thiophene to be applied with the sulfuric acid, or else the mixture of sulfur trioxide and pyridine together. Sulfur trioxide and pyridine together is the characteristic for pyrrole, furan and thiophene as well. And HNO3 acetic anhydride also the kind of pyrrole, furan, thiophene for the nitration, right? Here also thiophene can be directly blended with the fused sulfuric acid, or else the combination of sulfur trioxide and pyridine. Sulfur trioxide is a neutral electrophile. In the presence of pyridine, it able to generate the electrophile and substituted at the position 2 as the thiophene 2 sulfonic acid. Let me perform the halogenation. When thiophene is treated with chlorine-rich substance called thionyl chloride is a chlorinating agent. To be operated at high cryogenic conditions, lower temperature is required for the chlorination reaction upon the thiophene, and minus 30 degrees centigrade is optimal for the operation. And let me introduce this chloronium cation at the position 2 giving rise to 2-chlorothiophene as the expected product. Let me perform the bromination reaction. Bromination reaction will be possible by treating with N-bromosuccinimide. N-bromosuccinimide is the well-known and familiar brominating agent. It able to release the bromo cation and to be substituted at the position number 2 and giving rise to another byproduct succinimide, where bromination is carried at the second position. 2-bromothiophene will be the final product. Either thiophene can be treated with NBS or else bromine dissolved in a benzene. This is another alternative method for the bromination reaction. Bromine dissolving in a benzene generating dibromo substitution. N-bromosuccinimide is more selective for monobromination. Rather, direct bromination with the bromine liquid dissolving in a benzene giving rise to 2,5 dibromothiophene. This is the way halogenation reaction will be operated. Let me perform this iodination. In order to substitute this iodine upon this thiophene, iodine mixed with blended with the hydrogen oxide. This HGO is called hydrogen oxide, mercury oxide in simple, that able to release the I positive. I positive is called what? Iodonium cation. That iodonium cation will be substituted at the position 2, giving rise to 2-iodothiophene. So this is called iodination reaction. Later, let me perform the acylation. Acylation is required the combination of acetic anhydride dissolving in a phosphoric acid. So phosphoric acid is a catalyst to facilitate the acylation with the acetic anhydride, and another alternative acylating agent we can add, that is acetyl chloride. This is the acid chloride. Acid chloride in the presence of stannous chloride. This is a transition metal catalyst, right? Stannous chloride. This blend can release the acetyl carbocation, and that electrophile may attach at the position 2 giving rise to 2-acetyl thiophene as the final product. This is the way acylation will be performed, either acetic anhydride phosphoric acid together or else acetyl chloride stannous chloride together can be acylated at the position 2. Let me go with the another possibilities for the synthesis of this kind of thiophene. This is the kind of extension to the thiophene only. Uh, Thiophene reactivity, we are discussing about chloromethylation, right? So there is a reactivity of the thiophene towards the formaldehyde and HCl together. Formaldehyde, HCl, whenever added upon this thiophene moiety, that able to release CH2Cl at the position number 2, and that is called a 2-chloromethyl thiophene. 2-chloromethyl thiophene will be substitute. 2-chloromethyl thiophene will be the final product by this thiophene upon reacting with the formaldehyde and the hydrochloric acid together. Let me go with the named reaction called Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation. Thiophene can be treated with DMF and POCl3 together, phosphorus oxychloride. DMF and phosphorus oxychloride able to release, right? Able to release the formaldehyde at the position number 2. And it is also the kind of reaction at the reaction of electrophilic substitution only. Phosphorus oxychloride is a chlorinating agent, and here is the N comma N dimethyl carbamide will be there, and this is called DMF. DMF, phosphorus oxychloride together able to generate this aldehydic functional group at the position 2 by the process called Wells-Mayer-Hack formulation. Mercuration. This thiophene can be treated with mercury dichloride in the presence of sodium acetate catalyst. Mercury dichloride is a reagent. Sodium acetate is the catalyst applied that able to release HgCl. Mercury is accompanied by the positive charge. It is the electrophile to be added at the position number 2, and that generated product is designated as a thiophene 2 mercury chloride. It is mentioned as thiophene 2 mercury chloride. Right? This is called mercuration reaction. Let me comprehend all possible electrophilic substitution reactions in the single slide. Thiophene can be operated with the nitration by means of nitroacetate at a 10 degrees centigrade lower temperature is preferable. Selectively, 2 nitrothiophene will be generated at the yield of 95%. There is a certain extent of 3 nitrothiophene, 5% yield is also absorbed because 3 nitro feasible but not much quantity, right? So pyridine in conjunction with the sulfur trioxide, that together complex will be operated upon this thiophene in order to perform the sulfonation process and giving rise to thiophene 2 sulfonic acid. Again the yield will be 95%. Chlorosulfonic acid, when working upon this thiophene in chloroform solvent, that able to generate SO2Cl. SO2Cl is called sulfonyl chloride. SO3H is called sulfonic acid. SO2Cl is called sulfonyl chloride, which is generated at the position number 2 by treating with chlorosulfonic acid reagent. Chlorination. Direct chlorination can be performed at the temperature 50 degrees, giving rise to mono and dichlorothiophene as the final product. Bromination in acetic acid, glacial acetic acid, able to generate 2 bromothiophene as the product. Iodination in the presence of mercury oxide, giving rise to mono and diiodo substituted product. But monoiodination is the measure over this diiodo product. Acylation is carried by acetyl chloride dissolving in the stannic chloride solvent, able to generate acetyl carbocation at the position number 2. I'm going to treat this alkene with alkene in the presence of phosphoric acid, that able to alkylate the substance at the position 2, giving rise to 2 alkylated thiophene. But there is a 3 alkylation, but it is negligible. Let me go for beyond this electrophilic substitution. Another possibilities we have that are reduction property. Reduction is said to be addition of hydrogens only. No, let me operate a Birch reduction. Sodium dissolved in the liquid ammonia, Birch reducing agent. It will be, they're able to release the solvated electrons over there, and the reaction is operated by the free radical mechanism, that able to generate partial reduced product, so that either 2,3 dihydro or else 2,5 dihydro thiophene will be generated. Mixture of two products are feasible by this Birch reduction. Sodium liquid ammonia together is the reducing agent and performs a partial reduction upon this thiophene, giving rise to either dihydrothiophene at the second and third position or else to come a 5 position. Both are possible. Let me saturate the entire ring. So thiophene will be added with the hydrogen dissolving the palladium catalyst, that able to destroy the entire pi bonds, giving rise to saturated thiophene as the final product, which is called a thiophane. Generated one is called thiophane. Thiophene is the kind of double bonded one, that is unsaturated one, aromatic one. Thiophane is completely saturated one. Now let me operate with the metal reaction with metals, and I'm taking organometallic catalyst, that is alkyl lithium, N-butyl lithium, which is operated upon the thiophene, that able to replace the hydrogen with this lithium. 2-lithiothiophenol will be generated. 2-lithiothiophenol is a intermediate compound which is highly reactive, and further functional transformations are possible upon reacting with carbon dioxide. This lithium will be replaced with carbon dioxide, giving rise to carboxylic acid at the position number 2. The product is said to be thiophene 2 carboxylic acid. Otherwise, the lithiated thiophene can be treated with alkyl halide also. Alkylation process is proceeded so that lithium will be replaced with alkyl group. So the 2-alkyl thiophene will be the expected product by this pathway. This is the way the further transformations are possible. Either thiophene carboxylic acid or alkylated thiophene will be generated by this lithiation process. Let me go for desulfuration. Desulfuration is nothing but removal of the sulfur from this compound. Thiophene is the sulfur containing heterocyclic, right? If we want to remove this sulfur, that is called desulfuration. In order to remove the sulfur from this compound, hydrogen dissolving in the Raney nickel, again the transition metal is operated over here. This used to give the open chain molecule of N-butane. In addition, sulfur will be liberated as a nickel sulfide. Nickel sulfide will be the byproduct. And here is the sulfur will be removed from this chain. So that is generating N-butane. This is called desulfuration. The required reagent is hydrogen in the presence of Raney nickel. Let me perform the oxidation reaction over this thiophene, and in order to better operate this oxidation process, I'm taking saturated compound of thiophene called thiophan, and oxidation will be performed with the strong oxidizing agent instead of ring oxidation. That will be go with the sulfur oxidation, so that sulfolane will be the product. After this oxidation process, sulfolane will be the product generated. By this, the entire comprehension of chemical reactivity of thiophene are mentioned in a clear and the detailed manner. Well, explanation is also provided, and evidence for that chemical reactivity is provided with the schematic representation. Let me enter into the another segment called application purview for thiophene. What way this thiophene is applicable in the field of medicine, right? Artecoin is the kind of medical substance, medical curative agent, which is having tendency to induce the anesthesia. Anesthesia is operated upon the brain, working of the brain, right? So the artecoin is a local anesthetic used to induce the local infiltrative or conductive anesthesia in both simple, complex dental procedures. If any person is supposed to be operated for the dental surgeries, right? So teeth or tooth related surgeries if required, at that condition, so that local anesthesia if required, so this artecoin is the better potent effective a drug which is working upon the nervous system, which able to suppress the activity of the nervous system for some time, that pausing the activity of the nervous system for some time. So it used to induce the unconsciousness for some time in order to operate that surgery. So artecoin is the reagent where the main skeleton is composed by this thiophene only, and that kind of anesthetic agent is the part of this thiophene, which is the medication in nervous system. Another drug will be thionylic acid. Thionylic acid is composed by the thiophene where it is where it is bridged with this benzene ring by ketonic linkage. And another edge of this benzene is having two chloro, and another here is ether linkage is there, and a terminal carboxylic acid. This is called a thionylic acid because we are having carboxylic acid within the molecule. This thionylic acid is effective in a diuretic functioning. Diuretic stands for the uric acid lowering action. Uric acid secretion is possible. That is the simple dilation process in the human body. So every time the nephrotic activity is performed, whatever unwanted liquids, fluids after the entire process of digestion and consumption, whatever unwanted fluids generated within the entire metabolic activities that get filtered by means of nephrotic action in kidney system is used to filter the unwanted fluids over there, so that the unwanted fluids are exerted by human being in the form of uric acid, right? So whenever uric acid used to mix up with the blood, used to concentrate upon the blood and at certain regions, that used to induce severe pain and muscle contraction is possible. The movement will become very difficult. So at that condition, we need diuretic agent which used to suppress that uric acid action will be suppressed. So tinylic acid is the most potent drug which works effectively on this uric acid production and its regulation. So it is the efficient diuretic drug, we can say, works upon the kidney functioning and uric acid secretion. Let me introduce another drug related with this thiophene. It is a marketed drug called Pyrental. Pyrental is the anti-worm medication. Anti-worm medication is nothing but certain worms will be there. Those are protozoans especially. They used to induce such kind of infections. The ringworm will be there. Another kind of worms will be there. They used to induce the itching tendency and also dermatological problems. Skin related diseases are also generated due to these worms, whichever disturbing the entire what healthiness of the skin. So that dermatology related diseases are most common whenever worms are working on are introduced into the living organisms, right? Parental is the kind of potent drug where you can absorb this thiophene nucleus within the molecule, in addition to the double bond in between thiophene and another six-member ring system with the two nitrogen heteroatoms within, and enalkylation is also present over there. This is a kind of partially saturated system is there. This entire molecule is said to be parental, which is effective in destroying that kind of worms. So whenever worms are destroyed, what happens? Infections will be lowered, right? So this is used against the roundworms, hookworms, and also pinworms. These worms, whenever growing on the skin allergies, skin diseases are possible. And these worms, whenever entered inside in what digestive system, they also causes the infections in that digestive systems and also food pipe. Wherever they located, their infections are most common. So that pyrantel is the effective drug working against such kind of worms. So that anti-worm medication is possible by this thiophene nucleus. Let me introduce another drug called tipepidine. Tipepidine is the kind of compound. Uh, Hyperactivity disorder can be mitigated by means of this one. That means if the brain is working very, very fastly, what happens? We are not supposed to focus on particular issue. Rather, we will do multiple actions at the same time, right? That is because of hyperactivity of the brain. In order to suppress certain extent of that brain functioning, so whenever brain functioning is very fast, what happens? Attention will not be dragged. Attention, concentration, focused in it will be lost, right? So attention deficit is the condition in that particular person. They're not focusing on any particular issue. Rather, they want to operate multiple activities at the same time because of hyperactivity. So for those kind of people who are suffering with this attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, dipyridine is the effective drug where you can locate this thiophene within the molecule. The thiophene containing um, piperidine nucleus is also present within the one which able to suppress the brain activity certain extent, so that focusedness or concentration will be enhanced. This is the way medication towards brain functioning regulation is possible. Another one is called ticonazole. Ticonazole is the kind of drug which working upon the fungal infections. So fungal infections are used to create the rashes over the skin. You can clearly observe fungal infections are possible in the skin in such a manner. So in order to avoid such kind of infections, we need to treat with the ticonazole, which is effective against various kind of fungal diseases. By this, we successfully completed the session and covered with various kind of information pertaining with the thiophene, where it will be occurred, what potency it exerts, and in what kind of methods we adopted in order to synthesize on laboratory scale and industrial scale as well, and what properties it is exerting in general, chemical reactivity, upon reacting with reagent, what way it is generating the products and what mechanism behind that, and finally, where we can apply this thiophene molecule in general, right? So thiophene applications in various fields also covered over there. this is the way the session, whatever covered, is most informatic in nature and authentic information covered from various websites. And the session conducted by Dr. Kavita Kotireddy Kota. Definitely, those who are preparing very curiously and seriously towards any competitive exams, any career-oriented examinations, or else any entrance examinations, those who are working in the research field and scholars, the kind of session will be very much fetching towards them. And hopefully the people who are in the field of this kind of region, this kind of domain, definitely go through this session, and we will expect more such kind of sessions in the near future with your encouragement and support. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, one and all.